All right, good morning, sir. Would you introduce yourself, sir? Tell us your name, DOC number.
Russel Frances, 92110.
Yes, sir, Mr. Francis, good morning. I want you to know we have some, as you can see probably on the screen, we have Miss Cynthia Olivier, your cousin, and your Aunt Catherine Picard, both who are here in support and will be speaking on behalf of the appropriate. Let me just read some information into the record and ask you to confirm it. So, Mr. Francis, you're classified as an 8th felony offender. You're currently serving a 30-year sentence for armed robbery, use of a firearm, and aggravated burglary. These are 3 separate convictions. You received a 30-year sentence on each of those, running concurrently. You also have a conviction in purse snatching, which you received a 10-year sentence, also running concurrently. Your parole eligibility date is February 6, 2023. You have a good time date, April 29, 2032, with full term date, August 5th, 2033. Does all that sound accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Your case has been assigned to Mrs. Wise. Would you answer her questions?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
All right.
Good. Call out for the record how old you are
I'm 61,
and how long you been in jail.
20 years.
20 years. 20 years of a 30-year sentence. I saw where you were going to court in 2012. What was that about? There's some court appearance. You remember? Yeah, I think you. It isn't sounding you.
I think that was to testify as somebody that was going up for a post conviction.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. But you're not sure, huh? Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you feeling well today?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
He gets real nervous, Ms. Wise. He's real nervous all the time. Every time I talk to him, he's real nervous.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
That's his normal demeanor.
Okay. So what do you do every day? I saw you see you on crew 30. What do you do at the prison every day?
I push the laundry carts back and forth from the south side to the north.
You do what now?
Push the laundry carts.
Oh, okay. Lovely. Okay. All right. All right. That's and I see in the record that you are the father of 2 children. What's that? Is that your children?
Ma'am,
What are the ages of your 2 children?
32 and 33.
And what kind of relationship do you have with them?
I have a good relationship with them.
Good, good. They have the same mother?
Yeah, same mother.
Okay, okay. They come see you? How do y'all maintain contact?
My daughter comes see me.
Good, good. Are you a grandfather?
Yeah. I'm a grandfather.
How many grandkids?
4.
Great, great. Congratulations. I see you got your house set in 2017. Have you gotten any other education since then?
No, I had just got my GED. That's it.
Oh, good, good. That felt good, didn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when I look back at your record, there was a lot of things. What was it? What was the motivation for all this stealing?
I think it was alcohol use and drug use.
Okay. What was your drug of choice?
Ma'am,
What was your drug of choice?
alcohol.
When you said alcohol use and drug use, I was wondering, was there a particular drug?
Marijuana.
Alcohol and marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you telling me? How would that translate to stealing? Tell me.
I think it just made me make bad choices. And I'm over that now. I've been 20 years, so I'm done with that.
Good, good. So you were stealing to support your habit, or you stealing to pay your bills? That's what were you stealing for? What was it?
Probably for my habit.
Okay. I want to know what you remember about that time and who you were then. Okay. I do want to inform you now that law enforcement is opposed to your early release. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I said, we do get their opinion about early release, and there's a lot of opposition that's been expressed. And I saw that you plan to live with your aunt. How old is your aunt?
Man is probably 71.
Oh, okay. So there was some indication in the record that, you know, that they may have been too old to really accommodate you. And that's why I was asking.
Now she wants me to go live with her.
He wants you there, huh? Okay. So what, and then working for a painting and carpentry business, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What skills do you have?
I work offshore for like 14 years, deckhand engineer offshore. I do carpentry work. Pipe
Yeah,
work.
And you haven't done that kind of work in a long time. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I saw some of your programs that you took Kairos in 2017. What did you get from that?
I got a lot from that.
A few things.
It really changed my life.
Okay. How so?
Well, I became a Christian.
And what is okay? And you took victim awareness. What did you get out of that?
I got out of that by me, when my actions when I hurt someone, it didn't just affect them. It affected their family and mine too.
Because you are an eighth offender, right? And looking at your write-up, your last one was in 2011. Is that correct? You've had 4 write-ups in 20 years. That's really good. Really good. And you have a good institutional record. But tell me about what you've taken to address your alcoholism and your drug.
AANA. I learned
So
about a lot.
Good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I learned about a lot of people's testimonies that I had the same problem. And I can't do it no more. I'm just through with it.
So what is your sobriety plan? If you're successful today, how do you plan on staying drug-free?
Drug-free, I made up my mind I'll never use again. Never.
You think you need to go to AA meetings?
I go to them now. I've been going for a few years.
Good. So if when you get out, if you're successful today and you get out, do you think you ought to go to AA meetings?
Yeah, I would still go.
How often would you go?
As often as I could.
Give me a number.
How many times a week you gonna go?
Probably one time a month.
No, you're gonna go more than that, Russell.
I mean, I try if I'm working. I go when I can.
All righty. But thank you for answering my question. That's all I had. Warden, what you want to tell us about Mr.
I'd
Francis?
also like to point out that Russell has completed his Living in Balance program too, which is another substance abuse program. He completed both phases of that, Ms. Pearl.
Yes, sir.
And I'm really proud of him. He worked hard and got that high set in 2017. That was probably about 6 or 7 years after he got here. I've known him for about 12 years now, and he's, like I say, he's had that one write-up since he's been here, 2011. No write-up since then. Russel Frances is a real quiet individual. He is an 8th offender, but I believe this is the first time that he's ever really been incarcerated for any length of time. Like he's hit the age, he's over 60 now. And I believe that his answer about going to AA meetings when he told you he'd go once a month, I believe if he would think about that for a little while, and if AA was going to help keep him sober and was part of his reentry plan, I think he would actually attend much more often than what he told you. I don't think he wants to come back to jail. He's been locked up a pretty good while this time, and he's I think at the age where he just doesn't want to come back to prison, Ms. Wise. If he has to go to AA meetings every day, I think he'd probably go if it kept him out of prison. I think he's kind of nervous. He's always really nervous when he really worked hard to get that high school diploma, the high set. And you know, it took him a while to get it, and I'm really, I told him this, I'm really proud of him for that accomplishment. That's probably the biggest accomplishment he's had, certainly since he's been incarcerated, and his conduct record speaks for itself. That's all I have, Ms. Wise.
Oh, I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Mr. Francis, is there anything you'd like to say to us before we vote? Well, excuse me, let me hear from your family. Miss Lucia, we hear from you?
Can you hear me?
Ma'am, we can.
Hi.
Go ahead, ma'am. What would you like us to know?
I think Russell's paid enough for his time for what he's done, and he's a good person. He's going to be working for my husband, who also attends AA. So Russell would have a way to meetings and would be able to go with my husband. Excuse me. I'd like to have his help. My mom and dad both would like to have him live here. And I mean, it would help the family a lot. He needs to see his children, his grandchildren. His family misses him, and we all want him to be home with us. We love him very much.
Thank you. Ms. Picard?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
He is my nephew, my sister's son, and I feel like he served the time to pay the price, you know, for what he's done. And I do believe that he is very sorry for the things that has taken place. And I feel like he's had a change of lifestyle, change of way of thinking, change of heart. And in my home, it's a Christian home. And he would do good to help us out because my age and my husband's age, and he'd have his own bedroom. And we would keep him very busy, too busy to have time to think of doing anything. Because between working with my son-in-law and being with us, and keep in contact with his grandkids and his kids, he would be having a full time with us where he don't have time to think about his other life. And the first thing would be he can't have any contact with anybody from his past. That's the first thing that was said. And he has agreed because that's his old way of life.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you both for your comments this morning. It's helpful. Mr. Francis, anything you'd like to say to us before we go?
Ma'am, I'd like to say I'm sorry for what happened, for what I did, and I would like to get out and go to work and deliver a very productive life and help my family.
Yes, sir. I think we're prepared to vote. Mrs. Wise?
Ms. Francis, I do want to stay on the record. There is some victim oppositions to your early release, and I just want to state that for the record. It looks like to me that you're gonna have some probation officers there with your family. I don't think you think the ward has been tight on you. I think that they're not playing with you.
Yes, ma'am.
But my vote is to grant, because we have a good transition plan, the outstanding comments in the ward and the time served, you know, and your age. I would like for you to attend at least three AA meetings a week, at least three.
I will do that.
And I would like to undergo a substance abuse evaluation and let the professionals tell you what you need to do. And that way you have somebody to talk to one-on-one about what's going on with you. Best wishes to you, sir.
Thank you.
Mrs. Jackson? All right, I concur with my colleague. You served 20 years of a 30-year sentence. You've taken some good programs. The warden had some really good comments about you. You've only had 4 write-ups in the time you've been there. You've got a family that's going to support you but not enable you. And so my vote today is to grant your request for an early release with the same conditions as Mrs. Wise. Good luck to you, Mr. Russell. And my vote today is the same. So today, sorry to granted parole. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you can get up.
Can you imagine? He was, what, 41 when he got locked up. And then you go like 20 years later, and you're in your 60s. You spent 20 years of your life pushing a laundry cart back and forth. That was your life for 20 years. You miss your kids growing up. You miss your grandkids. You're in a prison pushing a laundry cart back and forth. Wow. Pretty intense. I gotta tell you, I mean, so why'd he get such a long sentence, 30 years? It was because I guess he was an habitual offender. It was his he had 8 felonies. And this was for armed robbery. He had a gun. It was aggravated burglary, which I guess could be, we don't really know what happened. And then purse snatching. There's something that seems so wrong about purse snatching. But to get a 30-year sentence at the age of 41, I mean, it's pretty brutal. The lighting's kind of weird. I don't know how to fix it. I think he'll stay out. I mean, the guy's like 61 years old. And it does seem like he's going on a tight ship. He might prefer to be back in prison. Just can you imagine where your life goes? You get up, it's like he's gonna have his own bedroom. I mean, that's where you are. God, to be 61 years old and be getting out and to have to live in your aunt's house. The 3 AA meetings a week. It's going to be a burden for them to. I heard her husband's going, but does her husband go 3 times a week? Like, how is he going to get there? I don't know how long it takes to get a license and everything like that, but does that mean they're going to have to take him, pick him up? But I'm happy for it. It's nice. I would have been pretty pissed off if they said you have to serve more time. The guy only had 4 write-ups. It still seems like a long sentence to lock someone up for a 30-year sentence when they're 41 years old for, even though it was his 8th felony, it just seems excessive. It's like, couldn't you have gotten the same results with 10 years? But he seems ready to go home, and I wish him the best. With that, I'll let you go.